Okay, guys, welcome to episode 2 of my Valencia season. Obviously, the first one was a very quick, brief introduction of what we've done so far. I just want to quickly jump onto this, as you'll probably see from the title of the video, that we're going to be focused on obviously on the Super Cup today. Try and get both legs into the game, as long as obviously the game time doesn't play too long. But yeah, just beforehand, transfer-wise. So what I was saying in the previous episode about getting rid of Nani. That's actually happened, so he's gone to Porto for 7 million, which is quite interesting, considering he was a Sporting Lisbon player. So obviously that's no loyalty there from him. And what we did in return, we bought in Benjamin. No, the pronunciation might be wrong, but Roller Hessa for River Plate. But we've also then loaned him back there for a year. Looks like a very decent youngster. I'll just click on him there so you can see. So only 18 years of age. You can see there's quite a few good stats going from there. So potentially a replacement for, well, not really a replacement, I guess, but someone to step into the shoes of Rodrigo or Zaza. But we'll keep track of his development, and we will come back in to see how he's getting on. Anyway, so as I said, as was promised, we'll advance into the game. I'll just quickly show you the starting lineup that I've gone with today. So there's the starting 11. I won't go through 1 to 11 as you can read the players yourself. But it's pretty much the core of last season's team. Obviously the extra of Damian and Sanso have come in, and obviously Andre Gomez was there last season, but now is on a permanent deal with us. The only other extra we've got is Torres, who is one of the youngsters that came up through from Valencia's under-19s. So he was showing decent quality, and recommended to bring him up. So it's what I've done. Just quickly close that back down and just show you the extent of our injuries at the moment. So unfortunately, Deschilio got injured in the last game, in the last one of the two friendlies, and he's out for a couple of weeks, so it's a bit of annoying. But luckily, we did get Lato back, but he is also showing a bit of fatigue, so it does recommend only 45 minutes, but he potentially is going to have to obviously play the whole game. Don't really have anyone else on backup duty really for left back, so it may see how the game goes. We may have to change formation, but we shall advance into the game now. Okay, there's the two teams. So Barca have come in pretty strong. Not playing their first team goalkeeper by the looks of it. It's the Stegen's on the bench. They've got Blanco in goal. Don't know about him too much, but I'm pretty sure he might be one of their youngsters. But as you can see, pretty much the rest of the team is pretty strong. The only person really that I'd say is missing, well, two people actually. You've got Dembele, who's actually on the bench, and Suarez, which I'm not sure if he's injured or not, but obviously he's not in the team for today. As you see, we've gone quite sort of brought to formation. We sort of played the second half of the last season. Want to go in quite early, and the attackers were at home. Maybe potentially get an early goal, and then we made them reevaluate. Normally we have the the fullbacks more on complete wing backs, but I've gone both on defence just to give us the extra layer of coverage. So just for today, we'll be a bit passionate. Say we owe them out for last time maybe, or no, it's new season. Go out there and impress me. See what we got. No one's really given us any positive. Everyone's just sort of looking keenly and passionate. So we shall just take that and that one. Oh, just turn the sound off. Forget about that sometimes. Alright then, see how we go. It might be a bit laggy to start with. My computer's not the highest performing computer, and I do like to play on 2D, but the replays are in 3D for any goals or goal sort of decisions. So pretty even for the first 5 minutes by the looks of it. And obviously expect Barca to probably have majority of the possession of the game. There we go. So Damian De Sola to Gomez. Gomez gets his former team here. Wants to prove a point potentially. Rodrigo was the star man last season. Interesting. We'll just ignore that highlight then, shall we? At least it's something, I guess. You can go through, sometimes you go through games without even having a highlight, so. Obviously, still, although the Super Cup's not a massive deal, it'd be nice to obviously win another piece of silverware, and also it'd be nice to get something against Barcelona. Especially the last game, was the closest we've been to beating one of the bigger teams when we narrowly lost 2-1. I think the goal was scored at the 89th minute. So I'm quite happy not to see the guy that did the damage last time, which was Suarez. Okay, I'm just gonna throw a bit of encouragement. We've been playing all right to start with. So I might prevent from being attacking maybe about 30 minutes in. I mean, at the moment we're not doing too badly. I just don't want to overcommit going forward. Obviously, there's the danger man. He's going to hurt us on that left side if we don't do nothing. Good save, Neto. See, rating-wise, not doing too badly. Everyone's sort of on an even keel at the moment. We're not too far behind on the goals. Shots, sorry, not goals. But again, potentially if that was Suarez, we may be 1-0 down. So, quite fortunate for that, really. Okay, so just going to pause it there. I'm just going to make my first few bits for the game. Obviously, I've got my two wingers on support at the moment. I'm just going to put them on a bit more attacking. I've got the ball being cleared to flank, so hopefully they'll be able to potentially get ahead of it and do some damage. But obviously, we shall see. I'm happy with those two sticking on support for now, and happy with them staying back just to give us that extra layer of defence. What we shall do, we'll keep the attacking mentality for the moment because it's not done us any harm so far. We'll just change those two roles and then continue. That's the only concerning thing is watching Lato's conditioning flying down at the moment, down to 74. But like I said, unfortunately, I don't want to risk bringing someone up that doesn't really know that position too well. I mean, the other option I potentially might go is to a back three because I believe Damian can play in the centre-back position and I can then put an extra midfielder in. At the moment, we're not really creating many chances, and I think if I can just see it possession-wise, it's not awful, but okay, here we go. Probably the last chance of the half now for one of us. It looks like it potentially could be Barca with Coutinho on the ball to Rakitic. Oh, good interception, Damian. But straight back to Coutinho, who puts it out in Alcaraz again to Rakitic. To their Simeo into the box. There it is, first goal. Can't really describe that less than a typical Barcelona attack, really, can you? Really? A good pass in, got to the byline. So again, I apologise for the sort of the lagginess to it at the moment. I've tried to change the controls on the system to try and make it a little more flow, but I said that the laptop's not the best one at the moment. Okay, so not the perfect idea to concede just before half time. We haven't really seen too much from our attacking lineup, considering we're supposed to be on attack. And Barca have started taking control, and so I think with that being only obviously the first game, we kind of we need to get something out of it being the home game. I just want to try and well, first off, let's just quickly change this around. So this could either go really badly or really good. So we shall see. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to put Lato into there. I'm just going to squeeze these guys up. Damian can play there, so that would be fine. What we will do, we'll bring on Daniele. Daniele was one of my signings from, I think it was January. We'll just stick him into that defensive mid position. And we'll stick him on a deep line playmaker so he can just ping the ball out. We'll just change Gomez to more advanced. So Wilshere hasn't really done too much in that position, so I'm sort of in two minds about keeping him there. And he did really well at the end of last season for us there. Let's put him into the Tecnolista position. At least he might be able to try and link up the play a little bit more for us. I am aware that they're all playmakers. That is the only thing. That is probably the only thing missing in my midfield. I don't have any other real midfielders that say a box-to-box engine or say a ball winner, which I tend to always like having a ball winning midfielder. Daniello have been playing with that last season. Wingers are not really doing the job at the moment, so let's switch into inside forwards so I can at least try and cut in a little bit more and maybe do a little bit more damage. Just put one on support though, one on the attack, so we're not all flying forward. Play wider still there, be expressive, high tempo. I think that's the right thing to do. Let's just try and get these boys motivated then, shall we? So let's see what we got. Let's go. I'm going to go assertive. Show me something else. Didn't really see much in that first half, really, especially from the attack. So let's just be more passionate with them and just say, well, no, I'm not happy with what I saw, so maybe assertive. Not happy when you're finishing. Okay, let's just leave it as that. There's green. I don't want to obviously cause any more issues. Hopefully that might motivate them enough to try and at least show us a bit more. I mean, the annoying thing, I know it's not the thing about losing to Barca. It's just if we're going to progress, these are the sort of games we need to be sort of winning and proving that we deserve to be, well, to potentially, my ideal plan is to eventually win the league with Valencia. I mean, to see if that happens or not, but to do that, we need to obviously beat the bigger teams. Let's just go back on that again. Let's just shout. Just demand more, I think, is what we really want to do. We just want to see something. Just want to show a bit of flair. Hopefully now with packing an extra midfielder in, we might be able to take the midfield a little bit more and take a bit more possession. So you're not attack's still not really performing to its capability, in my opinion. So continue with a shot wide. Nothing too threatening there, but not the highlight we really want to be seeing. So my thought process at the moment is potentially maybe moving Wilshere back into the midfield and bring on another striker to support Rodrigo up front, because he's not really getting any support. And Zaza, being a bit of a target man, might be a useful candidate in that. They haven't got the largest defence. I mean, PK and Umtiti, I think, are a reasonable size, but they might be able to do something with that. So just see what we're in the 61st minute at the moment. So Messi on the ball again. Good tackle. But again, we've just given the ball away, and Rodrigo's just passed that to Alcaraz, and they potentially got a chance there. Coutinho with a cross, straight over the top. Gabriel gets there. Sanso can get there first. Nope. Semedodo gets there. Cleared. Benito on the ball, so the highlight's still there. Okay, here we go. Rodrigo on the attack now. Taking it down the left. It's into the Sanso, into Andre Gomez, the former Barca player. Oh, unlucky. It's the first decent attack I've seen from us. It's not working out at the moment, though. Oh, here we go. Another highlight. So all of a sudden they come thick and fast now. So Wilshere up to Rodrigo. Rodrigo's got about 4 people around him, so he's probably going to get tackled. Yep. Back to our former captain, Pereira there, to Blanco, the keeper. Just kind of want to at least get more of a chance to sort of test this keeper, because obviously it's not Stegen. I don't know who this keeper is, but I can't imagine he'd be amazing. Messi now into the danger zone. Alcaraz, 2-0. Easy as that for you. I just agree with that, I think. Alcaraz had quite a lot of... Well, that's about, I think, his 4th shot now. Easy ball across the box, into the back of the net. Okay, so now we've got a bit of an issue. So at the moment, the Super Cup's sort of slipping out for our grasps. And we did sort of start to show a bit of intelligence in our play, but it's not done us any good. So I think what we shall do is... See, my midfield have been alright. Can't really complain with them too much. Wingers have been diabolical, so I think what we'll do, we'll bring Santamina on. Let's just change that to an attacking inside forward now. I do want to bring on Zaza, so I'm going to have to sacrifice one of these guys. I think I'm just going to have to go with condition-wise. So let's just swap those two out. Stick Zaza up front. Because we want to at least try and get a goal back before obviously the end of the game. Still got 25 minutes to do something in it. So let's just stick him as an advanced forward. Seemed to be what he was doing well in last season. And I just put Rodrigo back into a deep line. Support role. See if he can try and sort of go back into where Wilshere was occupying. Let's put that faith in their ability. See what we can get a reaction out of them. Let's just play with that on for another 10 minutes or so of the game. See if anything happens in that time period. Let's just go with this again. Demand more. Sorry for sounding a bit sniffly. I have a hay fever season's in its drift at the moment, so it's sort of taking me down a little bit with it, but still soldiering on through it. No, nothing happening. Nothing's going to go. I don't really want to overload. I think that's a little bit silly. I'm pretty sure if we did that, we'd potentially go down another goal. Just go on. Let's see what we can do. We'll keep. Obviously, we're going to have to keep attacking now. I think we've got any much of a choice there. The wingers haven't really done anything, so let's just pump the ball into the box. Look for early crosses. Maybe run at the defence. Might have the pace to maybe get Farman in the last sort of couple of minutes. Let's go a little bit more fluid as well, so the team sort of try and move forward, and we'll keep the defensive line where it is because I don't think they're going to do much in the way of helping us try and get back into this game. Let's see if that helps at all. At least I said even just a goal back would be great. At least it will put us in a place where we potentially might be able to do something a bit more. So it's rather annoying that the Alcaraz has been the one that's done the damage for us when you look at their team. He's just been in the right place at the right time. So just shows really. Okay, so last 10 minutes. Barcelona again on the attack. I don't know quite what happened there, but luckily it fell to the keeper. Again, we're being out possession by 10%. It's not massive. They've had 5 more shots than us. So we've had a decent amount of opportunities. We just don't seem to have done much with it. Just sort of feels like we're not the home team in a way. Sometimes when you play at home, you feel a little bit more in possession and power, but obviously against Barcelona it's a little bit different. So Zaza with a chance. Not that great, if I'm being honest. Not that great at all. I guess we'll just overload for the last sort of 10 minutes or so. Try and get something out of it. Not what you want to be doing there. Alcaraz with a hat-trick potentially? No. Good save by Neto there. But Messi's been doing the damage, as you can see the little thing come underneath there. And he's playing a 9 rating, so sort of shows he's been the one that's been the main man, which isn't really a surprise really when you think about it. So all in all, a little bit disappointed with this result. Looks like nothing else is going to happen now. Just going to play it out. I mean, we had a few chances, nothing too major. I think the only clear-cut one was obviously the one with Gomez where he was put in. I think that was the most clear-cut chance for us. There you go. This final, so anyway, 2-0 to Barcelona. Again, look at the stat-wise. Could, on a different day, maybe gone a different way, maybe. But I think we just sort of got undone by Messi, mainly, by the looks of it. So, focus was on him quite a lot in the beginning of the game, and we've not really managed to hold it. But then, obviously, potentially with Lato on that left back row not being fully fit to play either, doesn't really help. I am disappointed, but I think we could have been. I think we're more unlucky. So I'm not massively annoyed of that. I think we could have at least maybe had a draw out of that. The chances we created. Again, it could have gone the other way though. I said if Suarez was playing, I'm pretty sure he would have scored a few of what Alcaro didn't score. There you go, poor finishing by Valencia, so that's not ideal. Another defeat by Barcelona extends what has been the most unwanted record. How do you lift the players after a result like this? Having a lot of dressing room full of, yeah. Just how damaged was it to your team to see? Yeah, that's what I said, didn't it, during the game. It was sort of what done us over. Top forwards, yeah, he was pretty decent as well. I don't really know the manager, but I'm not one to get annoyed with someone who won the league last year comfortably. Okay, so we're about to go. We're only 2 days away from the next, for the second leg, basically, of that Super Cup. Just really quickly, just jumped on this. Just had this come through. Asked me about my captain for next year. Normally, I tend to sort of look at leadership and teamwork as my sort of main thing. See, Zaza is currently the captain, but I kind of like the fact that Wilshere with teamwork is there on 17. I mean, I'm not 100% sure if teamwork does anything with captaincy, but for the fact it brings up here makes you think it does, so I am quite keen, and I think Wilshere will play more than Zaza. And we will keep that. I'm not going to warn Zaza, I'm just going to do it. I don't think it's going to matter too much. Obviously, this might potentially backfire on me now, but again, not a massive concern for me. He's not my main starting striker. I mean, did okay last season for us. Had a few injuries that he kept getting, but he's kind of just an option B for me if I need to bring on a slightly bigger striker up front when Rodrigo's not doing the job. Okay, guys, so this is the 11 I've gone with for the second leg. It's not much too different. The only difference I've made is I brought Mina in for Sanso, more for fitness levels, really. And I've just sort of put Wilshere back into the midfield, into a three-man midfield, and just changed a few things. So kept him as an advanced playmaker on attack, put Gomez to box to try and hopefully support both ends. And I have put Solo on a deep line playmaker and on defence, so hopefully he will, well, it should mean he should stay back a little bit more and sort of be a bit of a, in a quarterback sense. And I have put Curtin on the bench as well, drop Zaza. Other than that, everyone else is what is there, so we shall forward from this position and get into the game. Okay, guys, so we've got the two starting lineups. So they've made a few more changes than what we have by the looks of it. They've rotated pretty much nearly their whole defence, except for PK. And, they put Teti actually into a defensive mid, so that's interesting. But they have put the man who caused me a lot of grief last season up front with Suarez. So, although the defences are looking as great, I still manage he will do some damage. Their bench, again, not massively different though from last time. Just they've got Alcaro who did the brace against us on the bench. Okay, so we shall kick in from here. So again, team talk wise, just be passionate again, I imagine. Just say maybe we could try we owe Barca what happened last match, go out there and get revenge. Bit more motivation. Let's just demand under midfield try and control. A bit confused, seemed a bit nervous. Not the end of the world, not too bothered by that. Let's just kick straight into the game. I mean, as long as we put up a fight, I'm not too concerned now. Obviously, a 2-0 deficit away at home. I'm pretty sure the away goal rule also counts for the Super Cup. I'm not 100% sure, but I imagine it would. Um, but we shall see how we get on, I guess. Lato a little bit more better condition this time around, so hopefully he will hopefully be able to try and do his best to control Messi a little bit better than he did last game. Again, similar start to last game by the looks of it. So we've taken initiative, had 2 early shots. So just gonna shout a bit of encouragement, as that's obviously a little bit better than what we had last time. The other thing, actually, let me just check this. I just want to make sure that because their defense isn't as good as it was last time. Yeah, so I don't have it. So let's run at defence. I've taken away the other thing I took away was clear the ball to the flanks this time, and I've asked them to be a bit more disciplined and stick to position. Again, that potentially might change down the road. I'm not going to change any of that just yet. I have kept the fullbacks on defence as well. Again, that will normal game when we start in league games, except from probably the bigger teams. I will put those back to complete wing backs and then get them to look for the inside cut around to help out with the attack. Oh, Messi hitting the post there. Just about to say, not great if they score 10 minutes in. Again, it's quite interesting. They haven't really done too much business, Barca, in the transfer window. I mean, that could potentially change in the next couple of weeks. Still got a few weeks of the transfer window open, but they haven't done too much business. There's the goal. Saw it coming. That's 3 goals we've got to score now. Well, 4 goals if we want to get the away goal. Simple as you like, really. Again, Messi doing the damage, crosses it in. Suarez got there first and fell to Iniesta. 1-0. Again, we're on attacking mentality. I'm trying and get at their defence to be great. It's just obviously frustrating. Let's go with the demand more. We need to see something or a highlight for us. Be nice. Messi's in again. Messi's going to cross. Suarez 2-0. Well, that's it really, isn't it now? Cup's gone. There's no way we're 2-0 down wasn't going to happen, but I guess we just got to try and prevent this from being a whitewash now. And it's not the greatest start to a season we'd want. So Rafinha to Iniesta, and then it was Iniesta to that man again, Messi. And he's just popped it on a plate for Suarez, who I said will probably be my downfall in this game. Wow. Already I'm looking at potentially changes. Not to the starting lineup, but let's just have a look at the opposition instructions, see if what we actually have on Messi. So we have everything on him except for closed down. So I just might as well throw that on there as well. I imagine they'll probably bring him off soon anyway, because obviously he's going to be what they're going to want to rest him for the first game of the season. So we'll just stick that on him. I just want to show us something, just like try and make this more interesting, you know, just my team does not look they're up for it at all. And again, now Barca on the attack, so this could be free potentially. Again, out to Messi. Messi. It's a penalty. Are you kidding me? Are you actually having a laugh? Messi with the penalty. 3-0. 5-0 in aggregate. Believe it or not, that was Messi's first goal as well. He didn't score in the last game. Oh, no, he didn't. No, he didn't. He got both assists in the last game. So Barca putting on a bit of a clinic at the new camp against us here. we haven't really got anyone that's performing decently. As you see, all the ratings are pretty much similar. I mean, Solo and Wilshere are doing all right, I guess, for what it is, but again, I guess it's only a pre-season cup. It's still annoying though, because this is the sort of game you want to at least have a bit of a closer match with them going into the league. We want to be trying to keep up with the likes of Madrid and Atletico and Barca themselves. I mean, we did all right against Atletico last season. Drew, I think one of the first game was 2-2, and then we obviously I showed at the beginning of the first episode we did was 4-3 win, which is a good game. But again, nothing's really popping out at me in this game. I'm a bit more annoyed about this result at the moment than I was when we lost 2-0 in the first game. Because at least we showed something in that game that there was little glimpses. It was Wilshere into Benito, tackle. So this is going to potentially be a highlight for Barcelona now, isn't it? Oh no, we're back in. So Sola, Gomez to Wilshere, Wilshere to Rodrigo, Rodrigo to Santamina. Nope, Sergio Roberto got there first. And Delafeu on the attack now, down the left, cutting into the middle. Keep going, keep going. Ooh. Wow, that would have been really annoying to have conceded that. Potentially, I think I might change up my attack for the second half. There's not much real point in Jesus. I don't know how. I don't understand. Sometimes I really don't like. Football Manager could be a really great game. Sometimes it could be really frustrating. Another time, at the end of the day, it's all obviously predetermined. But it's just frustrating when you go into games like against the bigger teams that although you go into playing different, you play like a certain way for like 90% of the season. You go against a bigger team, and all of a sudden your players all seem to forget how they were playing and don't even seem to show any willingness to try and win. So it looks like we have a highlight just for the half. Potentially it could be 4-0 going into the break. Should be 4-0. Yeah, it's 4-0. I don't know what to say to that, really. It should be one of those get first halves, which you sometimes get. You see, this is why I don't play on 3D mode all the time as well. My computer doesn't quite have the process speed to keep up with the gameplay completely. Nice. Okay, then. Well. Powerless to stop him. Yeah, pretty much how I feel at the moment, to be honest. That's a fair reflection. Okay, so. I mean, all we really can do here is potentially give a few players a chance, see how they play. Especially this Fernando Torres. I want to see how he goes. Plays on the right, so we can bring him on. See how he does. Benito didn't really do much in the first game either, to be honest. Let's put on the attack mode. See how he does. I mean, Santamina's been absolutely dog as well, so let's just bring Sanso back on as well. I will keep that extra sub. I think it will be. I might bring Curtin on and move out Rodrigo, but I don't want to risk it at the moment because obviously the chances of getting an injury or potentially one of these guys maybe get sent off could happen as well. It will probably happen if I make that third sub because that seems to be the way Footy Manager works sometimes, which is kind of annoying, but you know, it is what it is. Yeah, I think you have to say it was a terrible performance, been extremely poor. And we just want to get, a little bit of something back, really. I mean, just a little bit of pride would be nice. Again, I'm not going to change off attacking mentality. There's no point. There's no point sitting back on a standard mentality if I'm just going to get turned over. So, let's see what this second half brings. That's a good ball by Wilshere to Sanso. Sanso put the ball into the box. Over to Torres. Save Sanso. Sanso hits the post. You just know if that was the other way around, it would have been 5-0 to Barca. Yeah, I'm pretty sure we know that. I'm not going to be able to do much about that anymore. So we'll make the change that was suggested anyway. There we go. Torres on the wing. Crosses the ball across. And again, it's just fallen straight to them again. So at least we've tried to do something in the second half. A little bit better than what we were in the first half. We literally were showing a bit more determination to try and get a better performance out. I mean, at the end of the day, this does determine... it doesn't actually determine who my starting 11 will be. Majority of the players that I have played will be the main 11, but obviously there's always a chance for someone. Sanso crosses to Torres. Oh, okay. Fernando Torres, just as I was saying about a player potentially making a mark. Not bad to make a debut goal. So at least there's a bit of positive. I mean, he's been all right for the 15 minutes he's been on. There's a ball up to Sanso, just basically putting it across there on a plate for Torres to score. So we'll take that. The fight back's on, guys. 6-1. Only 5 more goals to go. Imagine if that actually happened. That'd be pretty incredible. I don't think in all the time I've played Footy Manager that I've had a situation like that happen. I'm pretty sure that situations where I've been maybe, say, I don't know, 3-0 up, and then after a half-time team talk, I've gone on to draw 3-3 or something like that, as in people against me. But I think many times where the other teams have been quite a few goals ahead, I've not caught up. Normally what happens is that I score the goal to try and get back into it, and then they literally will then be the next highlight to score. But we're doing something now. So Sanso back over to Torres. I just missed it. So at least Sanso and Torres are proving their worth by coming on. So definitely now looking at the last maybe 25 minutes, bring on Curitin as well. He gets himself a chance to be good. So Rodrigo hasn't basked himself in glory in these 2 games, to be fair. Into Sanso. Sanso across the box. Torres. Oh, should have got his second. Should have got his second there. Okay, I think what we're going to do... Okay, we'll just pause it before the highlight happens. What we shall do is we'll just switch these 2 over. And we will actually go 2 up top because at the end of the day, he's the worst of condition players are there. So sorry, I was supposed to click on Wilshere. See, Curtin needs match fitness as well, so let's just swap those 2 around. Pull those 2 back in. What we'll just do with this, we'll just put them on supporting roles as fullbacks. There's no point being 2 defensive. At the end of the day, it's game over anyway, so just confirm change. I'm not going to bother giving a team talk on that side of things, and then just play on from that highlight, see what happens here. Brilliant. Typical. There you go. Footy Manager at his best. Just as I make that actual sub to bring Wilshere off, the fool gets himself sent off. Great. Okay, so we're not going to do what I originally said. We shall just put Rodrigo into the middle and just take him off. Sod it. I'm glad I got that on camera because that is one of those things that happens quite often. Literally, just make him was making that tactical change, and I said at the beginning of the first half that it potentially would happen, and lo and behold, it did. So that means I'm guessing we now lose Wilshere for the opening game of the season. Let's just not go. But I don't see the point of changing this now. But I know if I don't, we'll just go counter. It's not going to, like I said, it's not going to do anything really, let's be honest. So the only thing I've learnt from this game so far is potentially that Torres is in for a shout start and then first game of the season because Benito hasn't really done anything that really sort of impressed me. And then also last season, he was sort of a hot and cold player. Certain times where he did all right, and then other times just I didn't really know what he was doing. So I'm quite happy that I got, well, potentially a decent youngster coming through the ranks with Torres. But again, it's a bit early to sort of jump on his bandwagon, isn't it, I guess? So still, he still scored against Barcelona at the new camp, so can't really complain too much, can you? I imagine there might be maybe one more highlight, potentially for Barca before this game ends. All in all, again, just a bit disappointing overall. 6-1 in aggregate. I think slightly unfair. I think we haven't... I mean, the first leg, we were a lot better. They've just blown us out the water in the first half, really. So, Torres again. Straight down the throat of Blanco. But at least he's been putting himself out there a bit more than I can say the rest of the team have. So... It's Iniesta now, switch over to Delafero. Delafero down the wing. To Valencia. To Rafinha. Back into Delafero again. Good tackle by Andre Gomez. Nice. For a moment, I was a bit worried that he was potentially going to get sent off as well. It's been great. So no midfield for the first game of the season. Still, look at the ball retention by Barca is pretty... You can't really argue with it, can you? That's Alcaraz, who got obviously the brace in the first game. Delafero hits the post. Damian clears. Torres helps it along. So I think the main thing for me for this season is consistency, really. I'm looking to try... if I'm going to be up into the fighting for this top 4 position, I need to be winning against the teams that I'm expected to beat. I mean, the likes of potentially, you say, Barca and Real Madrid should be my really only, major challenge, I would say, maybe. I do think they're the two that are the ones I need to try and get some form of result. But again, obviously their spending power against mine at the moment is completely different. And they're likely doing it. There you go. They've won the Super Cup, so... Just quickly flick through that. Like I said, in sort of summary of that, 2 legs, there was a few positives. We showed a bit of our attacking flair. Not kind of what I want to showcase, the sort of football we should be playing. Again, yeah, I'd say I'm a bit disappointed. Unlucky it wasn't to be nice to win there, but it wasn't to be. I just don't think it's not unacceptable to have lost on aggregate here. No excuses can be made for it. I don't think we did our best effort though either. You know what? I don't normally do this, but I'm just not going to say anything. I think sometimes it's best just to leave it lie and not say anything. I'll just let this fast forward out. What was the trailer for I was on? Yeah, so obviously over the aggregate, 6-1 in aggregate. Showed a little bit of attacking flair in the first leg. We just got outclassed, basically. And then second leg, we just got completely annihilated in the first half. As you can see, they didn't do really much in the second half. They just did the damage they needed to do in the first half. And sometimes you get those games like that. Positive again, though. We obviously got Torres made his debut and got a goal, which was decent. So I'm happy with that. We just quit our fly up to this bit. Okay, so he's banned... banned for Super Cup matches only. Oh, the ban will only play for Spanish Super Cup matches only. Okay, so if we're in the Super Cup next season, he won't be able to play. Okay, that makes sense. So what we'll do, we're just going to issue a warning because it's still annoying getting sent off in a final, which he's accepted. So that's everything for this episode. There you go, guys. I hope you enjoyed. Obviously, like and subscribe if you did. I'm looking to drop videos daily, hopefully. Hopefully it won't be too long either, looking at maybe 20 minutes max. And obviously just next episode we'll be venturing into the league, and as you can see, got Granada away. Then we got three big games in a row in a way. Bilbao's probably the most winnable out of that. And then we will have our first Champions League game. So what I probably will do, I'll play. What I'll do, I reckon, is I'll play Granada off camera, and then we'll be back for the Real Madrid home game, and we'll play Real Madrid and Atletico in the same day. And then the one after that would potentially be just Champions League and Barca. And then we do have quite a decent little run of fixtures after that. So it'll be a bit of a bit like last season. It's going to be a bit stop-start, I think. But then obviously hopefully kick on from there. Obviously got the transfer window will be ending as well. We haven't really got any funds. I don't think we've got any funds actually. Okay, barely anything to really work with. But you never know. You always get those odd ones that come in as a last-minute deal on a player. So we'll see. Anyway, thanks for watching. We'll see you again, guys.